This is Jeff Shaw. Thanks for joining me for our Century 21 Shaw Realty Session 1 Dotloop training. Before you have access to Dotloop, you'll need to be invited in by your manager. This will be done after you've watched the Dotloop training video supplied by the manager. Now that you're ready to learn how to make it Century 21 Shaw specific, we'll see that you have access to training videos directly in Dotloop. Please use them. This is where you find your training videos. You come up here, this is after you've logged in, you click Learn More, you scroll down, Agent Training Videos, you can click Agent Training Videos, and you have training videos galore. Basics, advanced, featured topics, there are just numerous training videos on how to accomplish the Dotloop task. But what we're going to focus on is going to be the specific way that Century 21 Shaw will be using Dotloop. First thing, when you go in, you want to create a loop. You click this, you type the loop name, which will typically be test, T-E-S-T, /. If you're doing your home address, you can put your home address in, or if not, you can put agent's name. So it would be test / Shaw for the one I'm setting up. And I already have the loop created, so I'll show you how to find that as well. If you go here, you click filter, you make sure nothing's checked over here anywhere, and you put test / Shaw, and then we do filter, and there they are, test Shaw. So let's open this one. Okay, the first thing you want to do when you create a loop is you want to come over to this section. You want to set up your edit details. I've already gone through this one time. You can check the loop status here, which when you first set it up, you want it to be private. It can be a sale purchase, it can be a lease rental. Most of the activity we do will be sales purchase. You have a custom name. If you want to change the name, you can do that anytime. Currently the name is Test Shaw. The information will be used to auto-populate the documents you import. So it's important that you get the information on here correct. And it should populate all documents. So the majority of our documents can be auto-filled. These are the people that are currently in the loop. I did add one person up here, the Avila office, and we'll go over that in a few minutes. One thing you never, ever want to do when you go into Dotloop is add a team member. If you want to add a person, that's fine. You can add the buyer's agent, you can add the seller, you can add the listing agent, you can add the home buyer himself, but you never want to add a team member. You only want to give them access to specific documents, not everything in your file folder. Here you set up your MLS number if it's already in the MLS system. If not, it's blank. You can set up the street number, street name, city, state, zip, listing price if it's a listing, commission rate, key dates. At a minimum, if you're doing a listing, you want the listing date here. You want the expiration date of the listing here. If you have closing information, remember you can come back and edit this or update it anytime you need to. Listing brokerage information, listing agent information. If it's referral, you can put the referral information in here. If it's corporate relo, military referral, inter-office referral, broker-to-broker referral, all that information can be keyed in here. Home warranty information can be set up. MLS data, legal description, lot block. Now remember, all this information can be imported automatically, or automatically will show up on many of the files that you set up once you import the files. Buying brokerage information. Now one thing you always want to remember to do is when you go through this information, you always want to click save. If you don't do that, you'll go through, you add your information, it won't show up later. So now let's go back to the loop. I've already imported documents, but let me show you how to do this first. The folders here will just say folder. One of the things you want to do is you want to name your folders. You will have a listing, we'll call this one listing folder. If you have another one later, you can call it the contract folder. All your listing documents go here. You have another folder below it. You would name it the contract folder. All your contract documents go here. You would have another folder down here later. If you wanted another folder, you come up here, you click add folder, and we'll call this one closing. When you get your settlement statement, your closing check, your commission disbursement request, all the information can be loaded here. Now you can load the information from 3 different places very easily. One is from a computer. So if you have forms saved on your computer, you can click this. It'll ask you to select the directory. If you click computer, it will let you select the directory and form you want to import, and then it will add those directly from the other file on your computer. If you click templates, we have forms and form packages already set up. Like if you want to do a listing package, you would click this. It brings up all the forms in the listing package. You want to click the ones that you would like to select, or you can select the whole package and you would click add documents. And when you do that, they all show up. Now if you're doing a listing agreement and you have the information in, when you open the listing agreement, you'll see that a lot of the information is going to be imported already. There's the street address, there's a legal description, purchase price. So it's not going to fill out everything for you, but it will get you well on the way you have to having a completed form. Okay, the other place where you can load data is going to be from email. If someone emails you a document, let's say they email you an attachment to email, and they email you a contract, or they email you the public records, tax records, just notes, you want to include them, you can click email. It will create a mailing address which is already in your clipboard. So you go open your email, right click, and paste it into the email address that you want to forward it to. And then what it will do, it will load it directly into the folder that you have put this email address in for. Again, I want to caution you, do not add a team member ever under any circumstances unless you're a corporate reload agent and you add the relocation director. The other thing you'll see is, you'll see little things here that say, they show up here, add tag, add tag, add tag. You never add a tag, you never add a team member to an address. Now Dotloop will go through the process in their training classes on how to get the electronic signatures, so I'm not going to go into that at this point. Thanks for viewing session 1 of the Century 21 Dotloop training class.